What is up, everybody? It's been about a month and a half since we last served, and winter is quickly starting to set in. So as everybody knows, it's really hard to run a food trailer during the winter in Montana. There are some that do that, but we like to take some time off so we can reinvigorate ourselves with the art and the fun of barbecue. We like to keep it fun. So for us, 4 months works great for us out of the year. But thought I'd get on here. We got Thanksgiving coming up. Thought I'd get you guys ready for Thanksgiving and help you guys out if there's anybody who's looking to smoke a turkey. It's one of my favorite things to do. We smoke a lot of turkey during the season. It's really, really good. We got ours in the refrigerator thawed out. Grab these bad boys. And we're going to, excuse me, we're going to do 2 different preparations of turkey. We're going to do a whole turkey, and I'm going to spatchcock that turkey because it cooks faster, it cooks more evenly, and I think a faster cook on a turkey leaves you with a more juicy turkey. And I am not a fan of dried out turkey. Now, we only cook our turkeys or our poultry to 165. I take it to 165. I don't try not to go a degree over that. Because to me, it's a much better product. When I'm pulling it off the smoker, I'm trying to pull it off at 160 because once you let it rest, it's going to coast up another 5 degrees and it's going to hit that 165 mark. Leaves you with a great product, a delicious product. Now, I'm going to do 2 things here. I'm going to do a turkey breast for those that don't have many people that are coming over for Thanksgiving. A turkey breast is really great. It's really easy to do. You can do it in a smoker. You can do it in an oven. I would still prepare these the same way I'm doing now, even if I was doing them in an oven, simply because you're going to get a really good finished product. We're also going to do a turkey, a full turkey, for those who might have a larger party coming over. So I'm going to break these down. We're going to get these set up. And then I'm going to show you how I prepare each one of these. I prepare both of them a little different. I am using a knife from Shield Arms. It's a little beat up because we use this knife daily during the season. So it's a high carbon steel knife. It's a really nice knife. It's got a full tang through on the handle. They're made right here in the USA, and they're finished out in Big Fork, Montana, over at Shield Knife and Tool and Shield Arms. So this is one of the knives I use all the time for breaking down poultry. Why? Because it's really stiff. And I like getting through that backbone. We do all of our turkeys. We do our chicken halves. So we cut them in half. I got to cut through the breastbone. I got to cut the backbone out. That's how we smoke them. Got to go through a lot of whole chickens. On our turkeys, we usually get them just the breast lobe. And when you can get just the breast lobe, it's great, but sometimes you can't, and you have to get turkey on the bone. This was on the bone, so for pulling meat off of bone, I use a small little Victorinox. It's a flexible knife. This is one of my go-tos for trimming. So we'll go through that, but we're going to switch over and we're going to show you guys how I break this down. All right, so this is a butterball just from the store in a net, and it's a breast lobe. It's actually half of the turkey breast. They come in 2 sides, the left and the right lobe, but we're just going to do one. Open this bad boy. You can take the giblets, and those giblets you can use for gravy and other things. I don't smoke them, and I also will take the skin off as well. First thing we're going to do is we're going to simply take off this skin. It's really easy, just grab it. You see here I'm just running the knife along the outside. Some people like to grab it and just pull it off. I like to just work the knife under the skin and get the whole thing off. Actually, this is a full turkey breast. So we're going to take these lobes off. We're going to debone this turkey breast. You can leave the bone on if you want. Some will argue that you'll come out with a juicier turkey roast. Just kind of depends. I don't like the bone on personally. So I'm just going to get all of the skin off. You can see there's the rib bones, breastbone, and all we're going to do is cut right down the middle. Cut right down the middle. Get right along that breastbone. I'm going to take that turkey lobe off, just like that. Take this tendon off right here as well. There you go. So we have one breast. This is going to cook probably in an hour and a half. These are going to cook really, really quickly. Just go right through some of that cartilage. Right around those ribs. Boom. Now you can take this bone. I'm just going to throw it away, but you can take that bone and you can make stock out of it. It's really good, just like chicken broth. So we have our 2 lobes right there. So now, throw the rest of this away. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move these lobes over here. I'm going to leave those there. And I like drying those off as well when we get a chance. But now we're going to take the whole turkey. And it's been a while since we've used these knives, so I'm just going to give a quick hone. Not really sharpening these knives. What you're doing is you're taking the edge that has curled after using it and you're straightening that edge. It's called honing, and it just makes it so much easier to use. And when you're doing, thousands of pounds of brisket during the week and you're doing thousands or hundreds of pounds of chicken and turkey, it makes it really tiresome to use a dull knife. So I like to use as sharp of a knife as possible all the time. It makes my job a little easier. So we have this backbone right here. We're going to cut on each side. First thing I'll do is I'll just trace that on each side, like so. You got to get down in there. Watch your fingers, and I'm going to trace that thigh, and I'm going to, this is where this knife comes in handy. I've got a fine little point here. Work right along this bone here. There's a knot. There it is right there. And work around the tail. Missed it a little bit, but I've been doing chickens the entire season, so it's a little bit different location, but same thing. Go down the side of the backbone. You can kind of pull and help get some leverage on it. I'm going to look for this little joint where this thigh is at. There it is. Throw this backbone away. I'm not going to make any stock. We've got bones for ages. So now we've got this turkey backbone out, and what you have to do is, it's another reason I like this knife, so I got to get in there. I really have to hit it pretty hard, just like that. Split that open and take the giblets, throw that away. So you don't have to cut all the way through, you just have to get it set so that your turkey's nice and flat. Not a big fan of leaving the tips on. They'll tend to burn, but we're going to leave them on for this cook. I'll trim some of this skin right here. And turkey skin does get tough when you smoke it. So that's why I take it off the lobes, because we slice it to serve. I'll leave it on the turkey, but if your turkey skin comes out tough, you're not doing anything wrong. It just comes out tough when you smoke it or you cook it. The only way you can get it crispy is over direct heat. We don't do that. You can get over direct heat, it gets kind of crispy, but it's still a thicker skin. It's not like a chicken. So I'm going to move this back onto our tray. So now we have 2 turkey lobes. We have a whole turkey. And if you guys have any questions, leave it down in the comments, and I'll make sure and answer those questions. I'm thinking about doing some of these videos for brisket prep, some of these videos for just the different stuff that we do. So if you have any questions, let me know. I have a gallon of water right here in this pot. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use, before we dissolve anything in there, we are going to take our HEB tea bags. We get our tea all the way from HEB in Texas. We love using their product. They make a great product. We're from Texas, so it is just close to our heart. And we feel like it brings a little Texas to Montana for those Texans here that miss Texas, so to speak. So for our chickens, you know, we'll do quite a number of these, but for this turkey, I'm going to do, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do 8 tea bags. What we're basically going to do is we're going to make a tea brew, and then we're going to put our salt and spices in there to get that brine going. What the tea is going to do is it's going to add some tannins into this and give everything a nice brown color, but it's also going to help that brine penetrate. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to toss those in. You can see our tea is starting to get brown, but I like getting this thing going on a full boil. And now we're going to put our spices in there. And I'll give you some idea on what we're going to put in that here. But let's get this thing going. Got this stove on high. We'll get this thing on a rolling boil. All right. So we're going to fish out our tea bags. Be careful. These suckers are hot. Kind of hot hands from the season. So I can kind of handle it. But we're going to drain those bags. Got a nice batch of tea here. And to that batch, we're going to add a lot of salt. This is about 1.5 cups of salt. Don't be afraid of the salt. Salt's really going to help your finished product. Do 1/2 cup brown sugar. Brown sugar is integral to getting the color that you want. We're going to do 1 cup. We like to use organic cane sugar. And then because this is turkey, we don't do this. We're going to add some oregano. Parsley, not parsley, sage, and some other spices that my wife likes in there. We're going to make sure, you want to make sure that salt is fully dissolved. I mean, at least 1.5 to 2 minutes stirring this stuff. And that's why I get it to a rolling boil, because it makes it a whole lot easier to dissolve this solution and dissolve these salts and sugars in here and give you a good uniform product. Otherwise, when you pour it into the container we have right here, it becomes, you get some grains at the bottom and you get a sludge, and I just like it nice and smooth. So we're going to stir this here. You can kind of feel it at the bottom. You can feel whether it's dissolved all the way through. This is dissolved all the way through, so we're going to leave that as is. We're going to take our turkey, place it, I like to place it breast down in this container, just like that. What we're going to do is I'm going to pour this brine over it. It's hot. I like to pour it over hot because I feel like I get a little bit better penetration. But as soon as this is poured over hot, we're going to finish filling the container with ice. And be careful, this is really hot. You don't want to burn yourself. Just enough to cover what you got going on. And then I'm going to put this in the fridge real quick, but I'm going to go get a bunch of ice from our ice maker. Fill this with ice. And let it sit in the refrigerator overnight, at least, preferably 24 hours at the minimum. Really simple. 2 items. Got black pepper, which is all we use on our turkey. And I'm going to coat these really well. I'll do the underside first. And this is coarse ground black pepper. This is right out of Costco. I tend to get a lot of my salt and pepper from Costco because it's convenient. I guess some people would call this about a 16 mesh, maybe a little smaller, but I'm going to get a real good coat pepper on this turkey. Texas turkey is well peppered. Then just a very, 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 very light salt coat. Not much. These have already been soaked in a solution, a saltwater solution. You over salt them, they do get salty. So I do more pepper than anything else. So we're going to let these sit. I'm going to take these, put them in the fridge for about an hour, let them set up, and then we come back, we're going to throw them on the smoker. Morning, everybody. It is about 6:30 in the morning, and I'm going to get this turkey on. Wife's going to take it for one of her events for her little group of homeschooled kids. So I'm helping her out with that. We're going to continue this, and I'm going to take this turkey that we've got here. We already have the turkey breast seasoned, and they've been sitting. We're going to take this turkey, we're going to season this turkey, and we're going to do this real simply. I've got some pepper I've already put on the bottom here. Like I said, good amount of pepper, light salt, nothing too crazy. We're going to take this other side, light pepper, get into those wings there. Sorry, I said light pepper, I meant heavy pepper. Pepper's what I go heavy with. And then light salt. Just coating of salt like that. We're going to take these guys, put them in the smoker. I've got the smoker going right now. Take you out there and I'll show you that. Got the smoker going. And this smoker is going to be running, let's see what we're going to have it set at. The smoker is going to be set at 275. I'll run it 275 to 250. Probably back this off just a little bit. Got the fire going. And we're going to take these guys, pop them in here, and we're going to monitor the temp, and I'll keep you along for the ride. Show you what they look like when they're done, and how I'm going to carve them up. Have a wonderful morning. Alright, let's see here. Temping at 130 on 134, so they're pretty even. We're going to check this thigh, 119. We'll ultimately check the breast at the end, but got a little bit more time to go. It's going to probably be about an hour and a half for the turkey breast, probably about 2.5 hours for the whole turkey. So we'll check it here in a little bit. We'll pull them when they're ready. One of the secrets of Texas turkey and having a really good product, because you're not going to pull your turkey and serve it right away. Usually you're going to let it sit or rest, just like we do. We let it rest, especially during Thanksgiving. You know, you might be watching the game or something. So one of our tricks is we'll take this, take some butter, and we'll put it in foil. I'm going to grab these breasts real quick. Take this breast, we got some nice good color on it. Face down in the butter. Foil wrap it. Seal it nice and tight. And then we're going to take that, put it in a foil pan. You can put it in a tray, whatever you want. I'll do the same thing for the other. And this is going to kind of rehydrate that turkey. This butter's kind of sticky this morning. Rehydrate that turkey. Give it a nice glossy sheen. And just make it a beautiful product. Give it a little bit of that silky mouthfeel as well when we cut into it. And add some juice to the overall package. You'll find some Texas places will even have a melted pot or container of butter, and they'll dip their turkey slices in there as they put them on the tray, which is really good. I love that. So this turkey breast took just about an hour and a half to finish. So like I said, it might be a little bit longer if you've got a thicker one. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this. We're going to put it in our warmer. Our warmer is set for 145 degrees. It's going to stay there until we're ready to serve it. You can keep it in there for 3 or 4 hours, and it'll be just fine. So there's the turkey breast. We're going to work on taking out the whole turkey here when it's ready, and I'll show you some of my favorites for that. So thanks for joining us. We'll be back. Here, put it underneath, please. There you go. Thank you, sir. Don't mind Coop. He's just helping out. You can leave the door open, bud. Okay. Thank you. All right, we're going to grab this turkey. It's temped. It's ready to go. Show you what that looks like. Look at this beauty. Oh yeah, that looks great. Ooh yeah. Now normally I would tell you, rest this guy, let it sit 140 degrees for 20 to 30 minutes or so. Just let it reabsorb all those juices. But the wife's taking this for a homeschool Thanksgiving they're doing today. So I promised her that I would carve this bad boy for her. See if that's enough. I'm gonna use a different knife. Little breaker blade here. Get this guy carved up for her, and just gonna cut some of this. She can pull it off the bone when they get there. Look at that. Turkey's nice and juicy. You want a piece of this turkey, Coop? Okay. Tell me what you think. Oh yeah. It's good. Good. Break it down a little bit for her. Nothing too crazy. Leave the bone in there. People like the bone. You want a piece, Mav? Now everybody wants a piece of the turkey, huh?
Obviously not yours.
There you go, buddy. So for her, all I'm doing is just peeling some of this off. I'm going to leave it on the bone, but she can pull it apart easy. Somebody wants the wings, they can have the wings. I'm not a big fan of turkey wings. I like chicken wings a lot. Turkey wings, not so much. A little tougher. I'm going to peel this breast off this bone. Get over here. There we go. And I'm going to slice this. I'm going to leave the skin attached so it stays together. Perfect. Perfect turkey. Kind of like that, so they can just reach in there and pull apart the turkey as they wish. Let's get this other breast. Get on the other side of the bone. Do the same thing. Leave it attached to the skin. Protect it a little bit. Then in there for her, get these wing bones right in there. Some kids like those drumstick styles. And I'm going to peel off some of this meat we have here, right here at the top. Get under that. Get that right there. And they are ready to go. They're going to take this out to the woods, have what they call Thanksgiving in the woods. Let's see if there's any more, a little bit more. We'll foil that up. You know what? I'm going to save that. I feel like I might want some of that here in a little bit. People sometimes ask me what temperature probe I use, and there's only one. This is a Thermopen. Works all the time, every time. I have a saying my family sometimes hates. It's called buy once, or the saying is buy once, cry once. And I like to buy things one time and be done with it. I don't like buying multiples of cheap things, so the Thermopen's been one of our best friends. It works great. They've got some great thermometers, remote thermometers that are fantastic, that will probably do a little video on those in the future, but they'll help your cook game make it a whole lot easier. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Remember, turkey breast or whole turkey is a great way to prepare your turkey for Thanksgiving, to smoke it, get it ready to go. So enjoy that turkey. I hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving, right, Coop? Yeah. We hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we look forward to seeing you guys open in June, giving you guys some great barbecue and having you come out and enjoying seeing everybody again. So have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Take care.